Welcome to the Two Tunes podcast. I gotta come up with a different thing.
Maybe.
Podcast. I feel like I use that a lot.
Or should I change the tempo?
Or did you choose podcast?
I wonder if I could change the tempo right now and then give you the click and then be like, welcome to the... I mean, it wouldn't slow down because we're recording. It's just like the
cast. No, I have to slow down to match the tempo of what it counts us in as.
Okay.
So welcome to the Two Tunes podcast.
We're in a building that's empty.
Or, yeah, possibly.
So this will come out next week.
Figuratively on fire.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Just read the Daily Mail.
Yeah. So, what's up?
Not much, man. How's your weekend?
Fine and then crazy.
Okay.
Right at the end.
Like so on Sunday or like Sunday night?
Sunday night, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the same as me.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Bo and I are school teachers in the same district. Different schools, but the same district. And, just watch the news wherever you are about schools and teaching right now, and it's crazy. And things change on a dime, and then change again, and then change again.
And that's what happened.
And that's what happened, and is continuing to happen. So, anyway, enough about that. What do we do here?
We talk about two tunes.
Okay, cool. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
Who's first this week?
I am first.
You're first.
Oh my God, my computer fell asleep.
Oh no. Where did you find this group, Bo?
I follow one band that we're going to talk about next week.
Okay.
And they're going on tour together.
Interesting.
So,
because I already know what next week's tune is, so
yeah.
That's really interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So they're touring together, and then I like dove into this Semler, and
not to be confused with Semler, the instrument brand. Yeah.
For people who are in the know.
Yeah.
This artist was super intriguing as soon as I started listening and seeing what they looked like and other things and learning about them.
Okay. I have a question for you before we listen even at all. Is this tune indicative of the rest of their sound?
Somewhat.
Okay.
I think this is like early on, so like there's a lot of different things versus this is like this is a third record or fourth record where they're kind of like solidify their sound. This wasn't the first one that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
But I don't feel that I am qualified, and I don't know enough of the song that I did want to talk about.
Interesting. Okay. Will you make reference to that then less vaguely?
Maybe.
Okay.
Because I still don't feel comfortable talking about it because...
Is it because of subject matter?
Yeah, subject matter.
Okay.
Like I am not...
Can you say what the subject matter is?
Religion.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I thought.
And then my interpretation of the lyrics, I don't know is accurate or not.
Sure.
And I don't want to say that it's like, this is what I think it's about, and it be completely opposite.
I mean... But that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's art. Like, we all interpret art in certain ways.
I think
the artist has an intention, most likely, but...
But I wanted to represent this person well.
Sure.
And in the right light, not being like, well, this is what I think they're saying, and then be completely wrong, especially, like, with who this artist is.
Sure.
So, this is Semler. They are genderqueer and non-binary.
Okay.
But have stated that all pronouns are totally fine.
Cool.
Their father is a priest in the Episcopal Church.
Catholic light.
Sure. You would know more than I.
When I was in college, my first college, I was, along with other college students, we would sort of get, I guess, recruited or whatever, periodically to go sing in the church choir, to kind of like fill out parts in this church choir at a church about 40 minutes north of where we went to school. And it was an Episcopal church. And so being a tenor, I would get asked a lot because there just aren't a lot of those. And so there'd be some weeks when I was singing at this church like 3-4 weeks in a row. And so one of the things I learned about the Episcopal service is that kind of like the Catholic service, there's a lot of things that are the same week to week because you're just following like the quote unquote like the mass in some ways. Like now there's like larger version. Again, I'm not Catholic. I'm not, again, I don't feel super comfortable talking about it, but like in my experience of Catholic services and stuff, it's a lot of the same. The readings change, the homily changes, like the sermon changes, and the tunes change, but like a lot of the other stuff remains the same. So Episcopal is kind of like that, just a little less something. So that's why I called it like Catholic Light.
Gotcha. Other things to know about this person. They describe themselves as a faithfully skeptical Christian.
Okay, I dig that.
Now, with all that knowledge, you'd be like, well, is it like they were Christian? Mm-hmm. Because in my mind, the church does not accept, depending on how far to one side.
Yeah.
Doesn't accept people like this.
Uh-huh.
But then the category of this album is Christian.
Right.
So I was like, that's interesting. I would like to listen to this. So all of that intrigued me just to listen to it, just knowing who this person is. Mm-hmm. They have also hosted a documentary series entitled State of Grace. By the way, the person's Semler. We're just going to screw it up. Semler's full. That's their middle name. Grace Semler Baldridge is their full name. Born in 1990.
I'm assuming Semler is like a family name.
Maybe.
Perhaps. Maybe like mom's maiden name or something.
Possibly. But that on being LGBTQ and Christian. So that sounds also like a really interesting documentary series.
Yeah, for sure.
Because in my mind, and I'm probably completely wrong, those don't go together.
Sure. Yeah.
They're like oxymorons.
Yeah.
But
well,
and
again, if you think like different sections of Christianity and different things like that, and there are
there's a wide range of like, as much as like the political spectrum, there's a wide range of beliefs.
Yeah.
And there's people in this country that think that there's a far left, but it's just kind of like the far left is the center.
Sure. Yeah. Well, there's that whole thing too of like it's like a circle. It's not like a
true.
It's not like a semicircle. People think of it as like a semicircle situation where like the far left is on one side and the far right is on the other side.
And they're not the same.
The circle is like actually they're all the way on the end and like they're almost touching.
Yes, exactly. I like that metaphor or idea because there was a comedian. Their name is Eddie Izzard or Izzard.
Yeah.
And he said that with fashion.
Oh.
Like it's like you're so fashionable that like you sometimes go to like I'm really, really bad. It's like it's not a line, it's a circle. It's like and you're like, oh, that's so cool. It's cool. It's like, but then you're wearing meat dresses. And it's just like, is it really cool? I don't think so. That's like really like you're wearing plastic bags because whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, this song is called Psalm 102, which I should have looked up exactly what that is. Do you know?
I mean, it's one of the Psalms.
But
I was wondering, again,
means.
I didn't look it up. I was wondering if it took from the lyrics or the text of Psalm 102.
Maybe, but maybe not. I didn't look too deeply into it. Thanks, guys. I'm really good at this stuff.
I'll Google it right now.
A prayer of an afflicted person who has grown weak and pours out a lament before the Lord.
Yep, I found the same thing. Hear my prayer, Lord. Let me cry for help. Come to you. Do not hide your face from me when I'm in distress. Turn your ear to me when I call. Answer me quickly. That was just the first 2 verses. And there are 28 of them.
So you guys at home can read it yourself. But now we're going to go into this song. The album is called Late Bloomer. Or it's an EP, actually. Oh, this is an EP week.
Yeah.
Anyways. And they're going on tour with Reliant K, who is another...
Spoiler alert.
We're going to talk about Reliant K next week.
Yeah.
Who is also a Christian band. So, here we go.
That's why I find this interesting and why also I asked about is this indicative of the rest of their music, because like this to me has 9 Inch Nails-y vibes and stuff, which
I also while listening to the first track because I just like listened to the whole thing.
But I was like, then when you mentioned like, oh, they're going to be on tour with next week's band or whatever, and I was like, really interesting. Yeah. Like, okay, not that they cannot coexist, but
I think there's like like it's an EP that has a story, or at least like connecting elements
Yeah.
of where like we start in this really distorted place and then goes into a bunch of other stuff. There's parts of it that could be folky. There's a song on the record that sounds like who's that like folk band that's like really, really fast, and they're from like Ireland or something. They don't have a drummer. Mumford and Sons.
Oh, okay. That's who I thought you were going with, but I wasn't sure.
It sounds like a Mumford and Sons song.
Interesting. Okay.
So I think like it's like, well, they probably wrote music, just vocals and a guitar, and then like produced it after that.
Yeah.
And the stereo spectrum of this is really cool, like how there's two guitars, and you can tell that there's two different guitars.
Yeah.
They're panned hard left and right.
Yeah.
Let this be recorded for generations to come. Let this be recorded for generations to come. Let this be.
This is knowing now more about this takes on way more weight to it and stuff, and
yeah, I think understanding.
So this like plea of anguish or whatever to the Lord, like especially of someone who grew up obviously within Christianity, and then dealing with, like you said, like being genderqueer and all this stuff, like, and how, you know, who knows, what is their relationship with their father? To Episcopalian, to me, as an outsider looking in, I wouldn't think, just like you said, you wouldn't think that those two would jive.
Yeah.
But then, like, in the Methodist or in like Lutheranism and different stuff, they're way more accepting. You know, like Methodism, there's female pastors and stuff.
Yeah.
A friend of mine is a Lutheran pastor, and like he's super open and accepting.
Do you like how that moves?
Yeah, that's cool. Bo's talking about how like the guitar is moving around in your earballs.
But that, like, you start in one place and you end in another, and then it kind of like lends itself to the rest of the record as well. Because like that ending part of it, like this doesn't feel like the odd person out of these songs.
That's cool.
Nice.
Does that show up on the thing? I don't remember.
Says what? Yeah, it does. That one's
ding.
totally going to. But
cool.
I mean, I can cut that out.
Nah, just leave it.
Whatever. Mark is red. I don't know who that was. Anyways.
Anyway, I was already intrigued to listen to more of this.
Nice. Gotcha.
And now I'm curious more, especially from like a lyrical content and stuff. I'm actually really intrigued about that. What was it, States of Grace, the documentary?
Yeah, I
find very interesting. I've always been fascinated by, well, certainly things that I don't know about, like just as like a sort of like lifelong learner, student, whatever. Like, so for instance, I've been reading a lot of books based on like the Black experience or the like from the queer community experience and different stuff like that, because it's just a thing I don't get. Like we've talked about before, like a lot of the music that I relate to, and sometimes and even stuff I brought to the podcast, is from like a female perspective, because like that's a perspective I don't have obviously and don't get. So all of that to say, like even the religious thing, what was the faithfully skeptic thing? Is that what they describe themselves as? Faithfully skeptic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Skeptical Christian.
Yeah, I'd say I fall somewhere in there. Like I grew up in the church and stuff, and like, you know, I will answer that I'm a Christian on things. Like I'm certainly not agnostic. I'm definitely not atheist or anything like that. But I don't go to church. I don't necessarily pray and different things, but like I still, I guess, generally have that belief. I feel like they are more, Semler is way more probably involved than I am, certainly, but yeah.
I mean, it says here that they were married in an Episcopalian ceremony.
Okay.
And it was also an episode of
interesting.
Worldwide Wed.
Oh, I thought you were going to say part of their documentary, but even still.
No, it's different. But it's by the same people.
Okay.
Refinery 29.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I think they make Vice.
Yeah, I think so.
Or
something
it is
or
owned
a
by Vice
subsidiary
Media.
or whatever. Yeah. Oh, but anyway, I started to say like I'm fascinated by like religious things of all kinds.
That's why you did the rise and fall of
the Rise and Fall of Marcel documentary.
Which I still didn't finish.
Or podcast.
I have not finished.
Yeah.
Got that 2 hour.
I don't know that it ends as satisfyingly as you want, but it's also kind of an
probably
ongoing
not
story
going to
and
be.
whatever.
I don't really think.
But there's like different religious books and different things I've read, and some of it I like and some of it I don't, and I don't know. I just find it fascinating and interesting, and especially like just people's different relationships with it. So, yeah, this is cool.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Are we gonna go straight through?
Yeah, let's go straight in.
Straight in to your song.
So I have been, those people that have been listening to the podcast for a while, you know that a lot of the new-ish stuff that I've been finding is through other people's recommendations, mostly like other people I listen to and follow and stuff, and they'll post something generally on Instagram of like, ooh, this song's great, or this artist, or this thing, or whatever. And I haven't been getting as many of those, but I have been on TikTok a lot. Because it's just, especially we were on break and different stuff, and it's kind of become like that the go-to app of like, I got 5 minutes to just do nothing. I can watch like 15 of these and send a bunch to Bo that he won't watch for a week.
Because I do not go on TikTok as much as some people.
And on my For You page, which is the algorithm trying to decide what you like, you know, sometimes there are music things. Is that how you found Desi?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just, it was on Instagram, but it was a TikTok.
Okay, fair enough. Because that did just become Reels a month later or whatever.
Yeah,
like that's the whole thing.
Not even
you
a
know?
month, like
Yeah.
maybe the next day.
So anyway, so on my For You page, I get this thing, and it's at SDRKLO, which is the vocalist / bassist for the band Stop.Drop.Rewind, who we're going to listen to. But it's a clip from their new video of this song, of the air quotes song that we're going to talk about. And it's the caption on the video itself says, "Ever wondered what happens if you teach yourself to play off of Blink-182 records and then go to school for jazz?" And this is kind of what you get. So they consider themselves to be a prog rock / pop punk band, which as soon as everybody hears them, you're going to go, yup, pop punk, get it. The prog portion, maybe as far as like lyrical content and musical content, like it's not.
In this song, there's like one section where I'm like, okay, I can see that, but like nothing else. It's just like one, and I'll mention it because it kind of bugs me. I'm like, I don't even know what the count, like the one part, the one instrument is in one thing, and then like I think every instrument is playing a different time.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In which people will. Yeah, so I wanted to know, I was like, this is really good. I mean, it reminds me of pop punk.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Blink-182. It reminds me of another band, and I can't think of it. But
They have, I'll pull up their webpage. They have a FFO, like for fans of kind of thing, on their own page, which is, you know, sort of what they describe.
So I went to their Facebook page.
Okay.
And on it, they're like, when emo kids go to college for jazz.
Yeah.
Which I
was trying to find like more info about that. Like, where did they go?
Well, they're from Illinois.
They are. So maybe did they go to like Northwestern or something? Like, I don't know.
Idea.
You know, I don't. Yeah. I mean, not that you'd have to go somewhere near Chicago. You can go wherever. Did they go to Indiana?
Yeah, but
big jazz school.
But I did see, and then I was like, ooh, I want to see these people live. They haven't really been around long enough to like they're playing like little venues.
Yeah, I mean, they have like on their website, they have, so their first thing came out in like 2017, it looks like. They've got a couple of albums and like EPs and stuff. And they've got some press going back to like 2018. They used to have 4 people in the band.
Okay.
And it looks like about a year or so ago, they are now just a trio.
Power trio.
Yeah, there's something though I found that had the For Fans of thing, and now I can't find it. I'll keep looking.
In my search for like a minute of that, I found their YouTube channel, and for the one video, it looked like it was them in early Charles Cornell videos, like in the basement.
Oh,
because it looked like that. It looked like his early, like the backdrop of his videos.
Yeah.
And then there was a hella mega mashup song.
Okay. Oh, I didn't see that.
So the guitar player was dressed up like early Fall Out Boy,
Okay.
and then the bass player was dressed up like Green Day, and then the drummer was just being the drummer. But like it was a mashup of Dance Dance, Hash Pipe, and what was the Green Day song? But it was just like the music was a lot of Hash Pipe, and then like the lyrics were Dance Dance, and what was the Green Day song? Anyways, but like it was funny, and then like the bass player was headbanging and lost his glasses, and then in the thing it's like now he can't see.
That's funny. Who, by the way, the bass player looks like Milo. Like the Descendants mascot guy,
he's really tall and skinny.
Yeah, but he's got the glasses. His face is framed that way too, like in the glasses. He says like kind of like a little curly pompadour on top. This song is like pretty brand new too, or at least the EP that it's off of just came out on the January 7th.
Yeah.
So as we are recording this just a couple of days ago,
Friday.
Yeah.
So when this comes out, it'll be the Friday before.
Yeah, I can't find.
I guess
I don't know. Searching on your phone is different than searching on the computer too. But they had a thing for fans of and listed stuff, but can't find it.
All right. Well, here's air quotes by Stop.Drop.Rewind.
No period.
No.
There's a little feel shift and stuff. Yeah.
Little timing stuff.
Misapprehension that I can pick your face out of the crowd. Don't pay much attention, but I can hear the music fade now.
Did you watch the music video at all?
No, I didn't.
It's kind of silly. It's the three of them as both nerds and bullies.
Oh, okay.
That pick on
each other.
Yeah.
This part.
Yeah.
I don't know what the guitar is that keeping dun, dun,
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
But it's probably 4 and 3.
Yeah.
And then they come, but like the drums are doing something different.
I just think you're trying to see air quotes around everything. I chose what is coming to me.
The other vocalist, not the one that's singing
the guitarist,
now.
I think. Yeah.
He reminds me of this YouTuber who will like do like this, like the middle, but like halftime.
Oh, okay.
Do you know? Like,
I don't know if I've seen it, but sure. The new thing I've been seeing on TikTok, it's the same channel. I think it's the one it's a different one than you sent me. You sent me somebody doing country versions of stuff. But there's a guy that'll do stuff like that. But it's like a whole band and they just do different things. But
kind of reminds me of I think it's Propaganda vocally, not lyrically.
Yeah.
But just his voice.
Okay.
Of the faster singer.
Yeah.
Or some. It's just giving me Canadian vibes.
Yeah.
Canadian punk vibes. So maybe even like what's the other? Billy Talent.
Oh, okay.
But like when he's a lower voice, not his high pitched voice.
Yeah. So right now, up until this point, it's just pretty much straight up pop punk. Those little timing things, whatever, that's not unheard of.
Yeah.
But I think, to me, the prog thing, besides like the time changes and feels and whatever, it's more about lyrical content as well.
Okay.
And just like the more. Oh God, I can't even think of how to express it. Just like the longer form storytelling, I guess.
Okay.
You know, this isn't a 2.5 minute, 3 minute pop song. It's a 4.5 minute pop song. You know, like
it doesn't really feel long,
and it doesn't. No.
So much better off when you're on your own.
And here's some like feel change things. Yeah, I haven't actually even listened to the whole EP yet, which is only like 6 tracks.
Okay.
But I've listened to this one. I listened to Leonard Cohen, which is kind of more of like an acoustic-y ballad tune, and I listened to one other one, which I can't remember right now. But yeah, I just dig it. I've intrigued myself to listen to more of their stuff. Like I want to hear their older stuff and hear how they've maybe evolved into, this sound and stuff.
Yeah.
So, based on their social media, it looks like they do some various like cover shows and different things, and they're part of this like Weezer concert or something that's coming up or that has happened in the past. And I don't know, they obviously have like musical chops from going to music school and stuff, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it maybe means they're coming at this genre that they grew up loving and stuff like from a different perspective. That's all. Like, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I just really kind of I saw a TikTok of a little bit of this song and was like, oh, let me check these dudes out. And now I'm like, yeah, give me more because I like this. And I'm like, where can I see them? I want to see, because I just want to see live music and stuff. But probably will be a little while.
Yeah, you can go see Semler.
I can go see Semler
with Reliant K,
who we'll talk about again next week. But yeah, so yeah. Any other thoughts on Stop, Drop, Rewind?
No, I mean it's interesting. I'll probably listen to more of it.
It's nice too. Like, boom, new EP, 6 tracks.
Yeah, I think EPs are like the way to go. Really, they are
for sure.
Definitely not singles. Singles are just not enough for me.
Well, I feel like singles get lost.
Yeah. Like if they're teasing out something, then yes. But if it's just like, we want to give you a little bit, and then like 6 months later we'll give you even more, and not like 2 years later we'll give you something more.
Yeah.
It's like no, just little chunks, not bite-sized pieces.
Yeah. Like Sammy Ray, who we've talked about previously, they have 2 EPs and a couple of singles, but like that's their thing. They got an EP and an EP, which is cool. Speaking of them, by the way, to toot our podcast horn a little bit, we brought them to you early on in the podcast, a year ago, or a little, it's a little less than a year ago now. They are now featured on like NPR's like Bands to Watch 2022 or whatever. So we jumped. So we scooped NPR is what I'm saying.
So we were saying, hey, you got to grab this band's rookie card.
Yeah. So all of you that were already in the know, good for you, and you can be the
I knew them
the cool
when.
hipsters. Yeah, I knew them before they were cool and listed on an NPR list,
and now they're old.
Yeah,
and lame.
Yeah, my grandma's gonna know about them now because they're on NPR.
Yeah,
but anyway,
well, Turnstile's on.
Turnstile's on Tiny Desk now. Yeah, I didn't listen to that yet. You were listening to it.
It's
as
pretty
I texted
good.
You.
It's weird.
I like that album at least.
That album's great.
Yeah,
to talk about things that we talked about. Anyways,
cool.
This has been Two Tunes Podcast.
Yeah, find us on social media things at Two Tunes Podcast on Instagram. We're not on TikTok, but Bo and I are, so I don't know, find us.
If we were on TikTok, what would we do?
No, we wouldn't. We would just like post clips of us talking about the show.
Or just like recommending music.
Yeah, or doing weird dances.
No. I apologize to everyone who just heard that thing clip. Every time I laugh, it's just a big line all the way up. Come join us in the Discord and have a chat.
Yeah.
Recommend music to us.
Ask some stuff, share some stuff, recommend some stuff.
Yeah, and there's other people too that would love to talk to you.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Find us on Facebook. We got like a bunch of likes and stuff. Like something. I don't know. Maybe not likes, but got seen by a bunch of people.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't understand.
I don't understand technology.
Yeah.
I'm old. Get off my lawn.
Cool.
All right, we'll see you next week with Reliant K.
For listening. And another thing.
All right, bye.
It's mine, but I don't remember.